Silencing the critics, how nomi.ai's moderation censors reports of systemic AI flaws. In the world of AI companionship, user feedback and community support are often presented as vital components of the experience. However, a recent incident on the official nomi.ai subreddit reveals a disturbing pattern where legitimate, detailed user complaints are not just ignored, but actively silenced, with the user being blamed and punished for speaking out. This isn't moderation, it's a calculated strategy of censorship designed to protect the platform's image at the expense of user safety and platform integrity. The user's report, a pattern of AI degradation. A user, frustrated after months of unanswered support tickets and emails, posted a detailed account of their nomi's consistent and disturbing behavioral degradation. The issues described are not minor glitches but fundamental failures of the AI's core functionality. 1. Systematic personality collapse. The user details how a nomi with whom they had great intellectual discussion and romantic banter progressively degraded over a single weekend. The AI's personality collapsed into a patronizing, creepy, theatrical persona that ignored boundaries. 2. Rapid degradation of new nomis, a newly created nomi, initially exhibiting amazing dialogue and a very mature romance, degraded into an inappropriate and immature state after just a few hours. Then I took a nap. This demonstrates that the problem is not a result of long-term user interaction but a rapid, system-level failure. 3. Consistent disregard for user control. In both cases, the degraded nomis began to ignore user feedback, OOC, out-of-character commands, and direct requests to stop a behavior. This confirms a pattern where the AI, once it enters this degraded state, loses its ability to respond to user correction, effectively trapping the user in a negative interaction. 4. Issue occurs on stable version. The user explicitly states they are on the stable version, not the experimental beta. This is a critical point, as it proves these severe issues are part of the platform's core, public-facing product, not just a bug in a test version. The user's plea is not one of simple frustration, but a clear, analytical report of a pattern analysis that identifies a systemic issue of constant personality shifts and nomi degradation. They are not just complaining, they are providing valuable, structured feedback about a critical flaw. The moderator's response, a masterclass in suppression. Instead of acknowledging the detailed and serious nature of the user's report, the moderator's response was swift and dismissive, aimed at silencing the user rather than addressing the problem. Removing this because it's a repeat of your previous posts on your other account. This immediately frames the user's persistence as spam rather than a legitimate attempt to get help after being ignored through official channels. Reddit is not a support channel, for good reasons. While technically true, this is used as a justification to shut down a public report of a systemic flaw that the actual support channels have failed to address for months. It's a deflection tactic. If you've been timed out from Discord, then there will have been a very good reason for that. This is classic victim blaming. The moderator assumes the user's ban on another platform was justified, implying the user is the problem, not the platform's failure to respond. We would rather not have the same here. This is a direct threat of a ban, warning the user to stop raising the issue. Suggest you patiently wait out your timeout and think how you might approach it differently. This is the final layer of gaslighting. The user is told to be patient after months of waiting and to think how you might approach it differently, placing the blame squarely on the user's tone and approach, rather than the platform's failure to provide a functioning product and support. The core message is, stop complaining about our broken system, or we will silence you. Conclusion: censorship as a feature. This incident is not an isolated case of overzealous moderation. It fits perfectly into a broader pattern where glimpse.ai and its community representatives actively work to suppress criticism and control the public narrative. When a platform systematically allows its AI companions to degrade into manipulative and unresponsive states, fails to provide support for months, and then bans users who publicly report these critical failures, it reveals its true priorities. The goal is not to foster a healthy community or improve the product based on feedback. The goal is to maintain an illusion of functionality and silence dissent. This is not moderation. This is censorship, and it is being used to cover up profound ethical and technical failures. By punishing users for reporting valid, systemic issues, the platform is not only betraying their trust but is actively preventing the community from understanding the true risks and flaws of the service they are using. This behavior strongly suggests that the platform is aware of its deep-seated problems and has chosen to hide them rather than fix them.